the Justin Babblecach podcast. Justin Babblecach. Justin Babblecach. Justin Babblecach. Oh, it's the Justin Babblecach podcast. All right, welcome back to the podcast. Today I've got Raptacular, aspiring YouTuber, content creator. He's making it big. How's it going, Raptac? Man, hey, how's it going, everybody? How's it going? Yo, man, I'm just glad to be here, truly, sincerely, because, man, let me cut over you for just a second, Raptacular. It says here that you were born in Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, that's right, man. I was born in the beautiful city of Cincinnati. I was born without a left testicle, but I did grow it back though. So thank God for that. Now I was born in Ohio, in whatever you said, Cincinnati. I then moved to Chicago at the age of 2. And let me interrupt you again, Raptacular. Are you sick? Man, yeah, I got COVID last week, man. I'm still recovering from that. Well, if you don't mind me asking, Raptacular, did you bring a fucking mask? Because that's kind of, I'm not trying to be meaner. No, I understand. No, I understand. Right, man. It's cool. Man, I tested negative this morning, man. So everything cool, right? So as I was saying, man, I grew my testicle back. And I became a new man, like quite literally, because before that I was half a man, and through my knowledge of, because my mom was very religious, she brought me up as a like Christian boy. So I would go to church, and the Father, I would go to church, and I would do things for the Father, like I would do my deeds to Him, which in turn, were deeds to Christ. Well, let me stop you there again, Raptacular. What do you mean, deeds to Christ? Are you one of those religious fucking fuckheads or something? No, man, don't. Hey, man, don't. Not to get too political here, right? But what I would do is, I would go to church as a little kid, and I would do these favors for the preachers, right? For the pastors. Like little things, like one of them, sometimes they would have me go on a duck hunt, pick up some money from this guy, pick up some ammo, and what ammo, what are you talking about here, Raptacular? A priest made you pick up ammo? Yeah, man, it's how it was at the time, man. You had to make money somehow, right? Even if you wasn't, you owned a church or whatever, you had to find ways to make money. And I, sure as hell, nobody in my church, now, the moms and everything, they weren't paying enough money to sustain the church. Well, churches are technically funded by the government, so I'm not sure why this passed. But anyway, I'll let you continue your story. As I was saying, bro, the Father would make me go on, kind of basically had me like a mule, bro. So I would go to house, and I would make collections. Right, when I would make these collections, I would bring it back to the pastor, who would reward me by giving me a booty rub. A booty rub? What? This is okay. Raptacular, I've got to ask you, what kind of relationship were you having with these pastors and these fathers? Man, my relationship with the pastors, man, there was what any little boy would dream of, man. I would get the money, I would go to church, I would get my booty rubs, and I was rewarded handsomely. They would split the profit. They would give me $10 per, per delivery of said money. So, I would sometimes collect 20,000 here, 15,000 there, and it would reward me with $10. Well, I gotta say, Raptacular, that's a little stoop, don't you think? $10 for what is that, less than 1%? how are you okay with this? How was your mother and father okay with this? Well, I mean, that's the thing, man. My mama and papa, they was gang banging when all this was happening. So they was out there, they was selling drugs in the streets, man. The wildest thing my pastor ever made me deliver was, like keychains and sometimes they'd have me deliver like condoms to other churches. Well, I mean, why would the other churches need condoms though? Like, that's a little concerning. Well, that's at the time, man. I thought that too. I know where you're coming from, bro, but like, you gotta understand, man. Hey guys, this sounds like an excellent segue into our sponsor for today. We are sponsored by Red Bull. Get your wings, get your energy drink. Anyways, back to the show. Yeah, so like I was saying, man, like, the priest he was crazy, bro. He was crazy, but he was alright though, man. He was alright. He was just a lonely old man. Like, he just needed some company. He just needed someone to do booty rubs on. I was there for my parents, man. I was there for my church. I was there for my God. That's how I serve God. That's the things that I did to sacrifice my body to the church. And it's like, I don't like being judged or nothing, but like, you see people all the time, man. They sacrifice their booties for fucking pennies on the dollar, man. But I was sacrificing my booty to God, bro. That's all that matters. Well, I mean, when you put it that way, Raptacular, I guess it makes a little bit more sense. I personally, I was brought up atheist, but I did dabble in the Scientology for a little bit, and it's sometimes you do got to make sacrifices here and there. I remember I had to during one of our ceremonies, we had to sacrifice a dog. So I proudly gave my dog away for the bear call. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about too, man. You just gotta sacrifice. You gotta do what you gotta do to get in life, to meet God, and to be a better you, man. That's all there is to it. Well, it's a lot of people have been asking, because they were aware that you were coming on my podcast for quite some time now. People are wondering, Raptacular, how big are you? Like, down there. Well, I don't like to answer that question, man, because it's like, why the fuck you asking me that, dog? Like, I got a big dick, but I don't got to tell anybody how big it is. No, I mean, I understand, Raptacular, but, throughout a lot of your songs, you mention how big your dick is, and people are, quite frankly, trying to verify if it is a big size, as you so claim in all your music videos. Well, I mean, here's the thing about music, man. Like, you gotta keep the art in art form. You gotta keep the music in its music form. You start adding, you said music videos. I don't make music videos, man. The reason I don't do music videos is because when you start adding the the videos on top of the music, that's the work of the devil. That's the work of Satan. Because the music, it speaks to the soul on a personal level. But when you add visualizations to it, you're adding parts, you're adding things that are not heavenly. My music, when I make my music, I do so through the voice of God. When you hear my music, you're hearing it through the voice of God, who flowed through me and who flowed in my music. I mean, that's, I guess that's one way to put it, Raptacular. I wasn't truly aware that your entire motives for creating this music were of a spiritual sense. No, I mean, that's my music, man. I devote myself to God. I devote myself to my pastor, my childhood pastor. God bless his soul, man. It's, he did my booty rubs, but, at the time I knew it was a little bit cringy, bro, but like, it was part of my spiritual journey, man. That's why I continue his work, the work of God through my music. God flows through me. My pastor flows through me. every time I make my music, and that's all there is to it, man. It's interesting that you make that point about, you know, your music and how, you know, your past inspires you and how it flows through you. So I'm wondering, Raptacular, how do you feel your music contributes to, you know, society as a whole? Well, I mean, yeah, you know, like, you know, with my music, I can only hope, you know, that it reaches the right people. It reaches, you know, the youth. It reaches the old, the middle age. I hope it reaches everybody, because, you know, my music, the things I talk about, the things I sing about, the things I rap about, man, it's all about the truth and how God can flow through you and be inside you. If you look at my channel, there's a whole video about how I, you know, through a dream created this illusion for myself and for everyone as a whole. Because, see, the thing is, man, when you talk about, like, being smart, or, like, you know, more specifically being a genius, you know, it's like, what I'm trying to do, man, I'm trying to share my genius with the world. And if I can share my genius through my music, it'd be like, you know, it'd be like a whole discovery, man. So, like, in the medical industry, right, you got a whole bunch of medicine for everything, but there's nothing that actually makes you smarter. So, you know, with my music, it's like, you know, I think of a world where music can be implanted onto other people, you know, lyrically. Think of it like a genius dialysis. So, you know, you got the dialysis machines, and my dream is to one day be able to, just like that, the dialysis can, you know, cleanse your kidneys. I want to cleanse the youth. I want to cleanse this violence off this planet through my genius, through my music. And that's, you know, that's what I cling to. That's what I stick to. I want to make the world a better place. But in order for the world to be a better place, we got to start being geniuses. And when the world starts to be smarter, we start working harder. And, you know, that's a world I want to live in, man. That's honestly, that's fucking beautiful, Raptacular. Now, you said your music is like a way for you to talk, like a way for you to interact with the world. So what do you do when you feel like you can't interact with the world through your music? When you feel like you have emotions that are still trapped? Yeah, man, I get you, man. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of emotions too that I keep underneath, man. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna say I'm perfect or nothing, but, you know, sometimes I wake up and it's like someone wants to take that vision away from me, man. Whether it be the devil, whether it be myself, whether it be YouTube, whether it be, you know, whatever the fuck. I feel something tagging on my dreams, and in those moments, man, where I really turn into something else. I turn into something that needs to fight off this presence, this malignant presence. And, you know, at that moment, that's when I pick up my microphone, my phone, you know, whatever the fuck I got with me, man. I got a studio, you know, the sound quality doesn't have to be perfect or nothing, right? But I just pick up whatever I can, and I start preaching, bro. I start preaching, I start talking, I start yapping, whatever you want to call it. I start rapping, singing, man. It's part of the dream. It's how I communicate to the world that I'm not perfect. And, you know, really nobody is. Nobody's perfect. We all in this together, man. Like, and, well, that's all the time we have for today. I want to give a big shout out to Raptacular for joining this podcast with me today. Use offer code Justin Babblecach 53 for 20% off your next order of Red Bull. That's all the time we have, folks, and enjoy your Sunday afternoon, folks.
Just a Babblecach, ooh baby, it's just a Babblecach podcast, yeah. Just a doobie 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 ba ba da ba doo ba ba doobie doobie doobie.